Hey guys, I'm Brian.
I'm Jim.
And we just wanted to give you kind of a heads up. This week is an episode that's going to have a little bit of some colorful language.
Yeah, by colorful you mean like if you have a 5-year-old or grandmother or maybe even your priest,
right?
They may not want to listen.
Yeah, we're going to have words like
right, or yeah,
dude, liquor,
yeah, like all of those and more probably.
Hey, stabber,
yeah, especially that one.
Yeah, big bags of.
Yeah, that might be in there too.
Yeah, that'll probably be in there as well. Just want to give you a warning that, you know, those fucking words are going to be in there.
Yeah,
so get ready to listen to the show. Dude. Yep. Just a couple wacky individuals sitting in the studio. Hi, guys. Hi. Welcome to the Dude What Movie Review Podcast. Dude What? I'm one half of the hosting squad, Mr. Brian Sumner. Sitting across the table from me is the beautiful Jim Miller. Say hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
We're coming to you from the 2420 West Studios in kind of an odd weekend of Evansville, Indiana. The weather here is just cannot make up its mind what it wants to do. It's stupid. I hate it. It's dumb.
All of this is true.
Yes. It's been an interesting weather weekend. It's been raining. It's been sunny. It's been hot. It's been cool. It's been manic.
Yeah.
Can't make up its mind. You were out of town, so you didn't even experience it. How was the weather where you were at?
It was wet. It was cold. It was warm. It was manic.
It's just Indiana.
Full of chocolate and children and all of that.
Yeah, we are recording on Easter weekend.
It's where all the church folk get super spiritual. In my Facebook feed.
I don't want to talk about it.
We're not.
No.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
That's the extent of what we're going to talk about. We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
So we're going to bring you guys a very fun episode today. We're hoping to bring you guys a fun episode. This is episode number 2 of our season 2 relaunch here. Hoping to have some fun today. I think we should go ahead and kick off the show right now. I know we do our little chit-chat back and forth, but I'm feeling like we should just go ahead and get into the show.
Yeah.
And one thing that we should do to go ahead and get into the show is probably just go ahead and do a little apologizing.
So, you think we should...
What do you expect, a bloody apology?
You want an apology. For what?
Now you apologize for what you did.
I ain't apologizing for shit.
Oh, that went well.
So...
It's pretty bad. Episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah, early on. All right, we'll just go ahead and apologize right up front. Scheduling. It seems to be the norm for this show. Like, between technical issues and scheduling, we never can seem to get a strong foothold on any of this, Jim.
Well, we're trying harder.
What is our problem? We definitely are trying harder.
I do find it funny that our first episode, we're like, hey, we're going to try harder to do these things. And it's like, hey, actually, here's the Batman.
You guys, last week, you got to listen to us do a movie talk about the Batman. A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we had to kind of bump the episode up. And really, the reason why we had to kind of move the second episode to the following week, I know you guys were expecting it last week, but truth of the matter is, man, like we always say, life gets in the way. Stuff came up.
There was some scheduling conflicts.
Scheduling issues popped up.
Birthdays.
You
kind of...
Jim had family come in from out of town, and the scheduling on that was kind of wonky.
And then you decided to go through puberty.
I decided to get COVID part 2. No, I didn't get COVID, but I did get a sinus. It wasn't an infection. It was just... the weather here. We just talked about it. We alluded to it. The weather can't make up its mind, and then whenever it does that, it wreaks havoc on my face and my head.
Yep.
And so I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I sounded like a demon. I think I called you or you called me.
I called you, yeah.
And as soon as I answered, you're like, okay. Who is this?
I was like, this is Brian.
Like, hi, Jim, what's going on? It was horrible. We couldn't record, and that kind of put us behind. So we had 2 weekends back to back where we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And so that created a problem with the schedule.
Yeah, but we hopefully have gotten it all figured out.
We hopefully have gotten it all rectified, back on course. That's why we're doing Sorry Not Sorry right off the jump. Just go ahead and get it out of the way.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
But I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Truth be told. I mean, what do you want from us? I mean, really.
just entertainment.
Can we provide that, Jim?
I don't know.
I really hope that we can.
I hope so.
I hope so. But yeah, we just wanted to apologize for that right up front and let you know why the second episode was bumped a week.
Yeah.
Like Jim said, fingers crossed we got that kind of straightened away and we can get back onto a normal schedule.
Yeah.
And that's our plan, at least.
And like we had alluded to in the first episode that we kind of had a couple changes, life changes. You had some with your wife moving to a different job, stuff like that. And so that kind of also means that we had to shift the scheduling and stuff around a little bit. So, which is fine. I think we've got that planned now, and I think we're good.
I think we have a nice schedule laid out for what we're going to do as far as the show goes. Hopefully, as long as nothing else doesn't monkey wrench into the plan. But we're going to do our best.
Yes.
As the theme for the show, the theme for the series, the theme for the year.
Yeah.
We're trying harder.
Try hard.
So anyway, now that we got our apologies out of the way, it's time to move on to some fun stuff that we do here on the show, Jim. We're a movie review podcast.
Yeah, we are.
It's what we do.
We do.
We talk movies.
We do.
We love movies.
We do.
We absolutely love talking about the movies that we've seen.
Also true.
Because we focus on movies I've never seen that I should have already seen. That's what we do here. We get me caught up on all these Hollywood classics, quote-unquote classics, that I haven't seen that I should have already seen. But for the time being, we're going to do a little movie talk.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I just want to watch my movie.
Best soundbite ever. It's got to be, hands down. Best soundbite ever. Jim, can I ask you a question?
You can.
It's a very serious question.
Okay.
It's an in-depth question. You seen any good movies lately?
I've seen some movies.
Yes!
And I've seen some good ones, but this first one, I'm going to start as a Debbie Downer.
And then work your way back up?
And then work my way up.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, what you
Let
got?
me just say, let me preface what I'm about to say.
Okay.
The only way is up from here.
Okay.
This will make more sense once I tell you what movie I'm going to talk about.
Is it Don't Look Up?
It's Don't Look Up.
You made a couple references to Up and Debbie Downer. I'm like, we already covered Up. What are you talking about? But no, this makes sense. Don't Look Up.
Don't Look
Okay,
Up, yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Is this a Netflix original?
This is a Netflix.
Okay.
It's got an all-star cast.
Loaded cast.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I could take half the episode just naming all
We're
the
not doing
names.
it. Just name the
So,
two. Just name two.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Who's that?
Yeah, right? Jennifer Lawrence.
Who's that?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Love Jennifer Lawrence.
Meryl Streep's in it.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's loaded. A loaded cast.
What is the premise of that even?
So basically,
I've seen some trailers. I kind of got a concept, but I don't.
Yeah, so Leo plays kind of this professor type dude, and Jennifer Lawrence plays one of his students. They basically realize that there's this massive asteroid coming to hit the Earth, more or less. It's very much a satirical film.
Okay.
You have to go into it knowing that.
Knowing it's satire.
It has received mixed reviews, hardcore.
Right.
I think is because even within its satire, they were making somewhat of a political point, which is fine because satire, that politics is the best one to satirize anyway, right? But I think it came across more as Hollywood elite talking down to everyone else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It kind of had that vibe a little bit.
So its tone was off.
A little bit. I say that, though, I don't know if that's just like what the critics, the ones that were really against the film, maybe I'm echoing more what they were saying in that. But, I mean, I definitely saw that. But honestly, it was just really dumb.
Like one of those head scratcher movies where you're like, why'd you even make this?
I think it was just more fulfilling for them, honestly.
Oh, really?
And that's maybe where I could agree with the tone deafness a little
Okay.
bit. It's like you have all these Hollywood superstars in a film just having fun, which is great.
But it's not entertaining. It's one thing to put something out where you're having fun, but if it's not entertaining, what's the point?
Yeah,
because that's kind of your job.
Yeah, just it wasn't good. But, you know, I mean, they Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio, they go on like this TV tour of basically
like warning people.
Politics, yeah, basically the president, and Meryl Streep plays the president. Jonah Hill's like the president's son.
Okay.
And also, you know, on the cabinet or whatever.
Gotcha.
So they're kind of like, oh, yeah, let's not talk about the fact that the world's ending. And then more or less, Leo has this big blow up on national television, and it just kind of like pokes fun at Hollywood and just kind of mainstream media, pokes fun at politics. It pokes fun at pretty much everybody, which is great.
As satire is supposed to do.
Right, it should, right? But it's still just kind of,
but it just fell flat.
It's just kind of like, what? I mean, I didn't like it. I would recommend. I don't know what it was. I was just like, I didn't like it. It really wasn't that great.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing.
If you're going to watch a satirical film, go watch Idiocracy.
Okay.
I think you would have gain more entertainment.
Right.
You might actually be sad because it's
too on the nose.
It's very on the nose. And maybe that's this problem is maybe it's so on the nose, but it's so fresh still.
Look, here's the thing. Sometimes whenever it comes to a movie, like you can sit and nitpick and talk about the different aspects and the technical things about the film, what makes it good, what makes it bad. Sometimes it just boils down to, did you like it or not?
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what's happening here. You can't really put your finger on what it is. You just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't watch it.
Yeah.
This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. This isn't happening. Kate, tell me this isn't really happening.
Our guests today have made a pretty big discovery in space.
How big is this thing, though? And can it destroy my ex-wife's house? Is that possible?
There's a 100% chance that we're all going to die.
Hey.
Well, the handsome astronomer can come back anytime, but the yelling lady, not so
Not so much.
Like I said, I think we can only go up from here. So, Brian.
Yeah.
Have you seen any movies lately?
I've seen movies.
Yeah.
I've seen some good movies.
Okay.
I've seen some movies.
Okay.
Maybe we're just in a pocket of bad movies. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, man. I have quite a few that I can talk about, but I'm going to talk about one that we went and saw in the theaters recently. We went and saw The Lost City.
Oh, yeah.
Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty loaded cast. I'll tell you what.
It better be good.
It's not the greatest movie ever. It's a rom-com and with a little bit of action-adventure kind of thing, but it's more silly than it is, I would say, rom-com. But it's still entertaining. Like, there's aspects of it that are entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, in hindsight, thinking back on it, it really is not, like, an overly great movie. But I think for a one-time viewing, it's actually okay. It's a good watch because it has some funny stuff in it. I mean, Sandra Bullock is just, like, America's sweetheart.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't love Sandra Bullock? There's nothing more American than Sandra Bullock. Let's be honest.
America!
Isn't Sandra Bullock Canadian?
That's very possible. Look, here's the thing about this film. I have like two critiques. One, we actually talked about this on the first episode. We talked about Ryan Reynolds and that trap that he can kind of fall into where he's just playing the same character.
Right.
And I don't know if it's typecast or it's by choice, but more times than not, you want to see Ryan Reynolds with a little more substance.
Right.
You know, like we talked about the Adam Project, a lot more substance, you know? He still had his Ryan Reynolds moments, but he had a lot more to it, you know?
Yeah.
Channing Tatum's kind of the same way. Like, I think a lot of people don't like Channing Tatum, and I think a lot of that has to do with typecast, honestly, because I think he could do more.
He normally is typecast as kind of this dumb unk, right?
Yes, and that's, I mean, in a way, that's kind of the character that he's playing in this, but when you layer seeds into the story where the character shows that he can be more, but then you don't write it that way to where he can be more, it's like you're just giving into the typecast then. Basically, Sandra Bullock plays an author. She writes this series about the Lost City. Like these romantic, almost like Harlequin romance style novel books. And you find out at the beginning that her husband had passed away like 4 years prior. And he was actually like an archaeologist, like a really smart archaeologist. So she used like some of his work as the inspiration to start writing these stories. Okay. Channing Tatum plays the cover model that is on the books. You know, so he's got like this Fabio kind of look, long hair, ripped chest, shirt open, you know, wind always blowing for some reason, you know, that kind of vibe, right? They're supposed to go on this book tour together and it starts off incredibly horrible. Daniel Radcliffe plays this very wealthy, entitled, kind of crybaby billionaire kind of thing, but he is convinced that her writing in the book is actually pointing in the direction of this lost treasure, like this actual city that exists.
Okay.
And so he basically kidnaps Sandra Bullock and wants her to like break down the hieroglyphics, the ancient text to figure out where this gold and this treasure is or whatever. And so that's where the story builds from there. And whenever he kidnaps her, Channing Tatum's character goes on like an adventure to try and find her. But in the beginning, he hires Brad Pitt to go find her because he's like an adventurer or whatever. It's got a lot of silliness to it. All right. It's overly silly.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is hilarious in the film. We talked about how much I love Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is the man. Like, I don't think Brad Pitt can do any wrong. Like, I'm serious. Like, I don't think there's one thing that Brad Pitt could do wrong aside from like blowing up a hospital in a third world country or something. You know, I mean, if he did that, then yeah, I'd maybe think, well, maybe he was just getting into character.
He's just method acting.
He's just method. That's all there is.
There went all of our listeners.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Thanks, so.
Hi, bye. The other point that I wanted to make about the film, Daniel Radcliffe, he plays such a believable asshole. He is so good at playing like that smarmy kind of like just entitled prick, that character.
Yeah.
Because there's something about like his boyish kind of looks and stuff that like whenever he turns up the a-holeness, you believe it.
You believe it, yeah.
And he's entertaining though. Like he's funny and entertaining, and I love him as an actor as well. All in all, it's not a bad film.
Okay.
It's entertaining for one watch. I think beyond that, I don't know that you'll watch it again.
Is it a good film for date night?
I think it would be a great date night film.
Okay.
I think you both could get some chucks out of it, have some fun, eat some popcorn on the couch or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the preview for it and thinking, this looks like it'd be pretty good.
Not too bad.
Listen, Loretta, we need you to promote your new book on the Lost City. You can't spend your life in the bathtub drinking Chardonnay with eyes.
Miss Sage, I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
We're so close. I could actually find the Lost City.
If I don't get to this island, my friend and her cover model are going to die.
I am driving.
All right, Jim. I'm almost worried to ask you what else you got after your first film that you talked about. What else you got over there, man?
Brother, man. Yeah. So, okay, my kids are growing up fast.
Right, yeah.
Super fast. And I'm excited because that means they're getting to a point to where they're branching out in their movies.
Okay.
You know, like they're more open to watch, instead of watching the same film over and over again.
Yeah.
You get to watch new ones.
Expanding that movie horizon.
Yes. And this is one that's been out for a little bit. It's definitely on Disney Plus.
Definitely on Disney Plus.
Yeah. It's called Encanto.
Okay.
Or Encanto, depending on where you're from.
Right.
Southern Indiana. Encanto.
Encanto.
Yeah. So it's an animated film.
Right.
It's got a lot of, I don't want to say no-name people, but like people that they don't have any like major superstars
right
in it.
But names that if you put the face to the name, you'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like the lead is played by a lady named Stephanie Beatrice. People will probably know who she is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Right. Plays Rosa.
There's John Leguizamo.
Yeah. He's in everything.
Yeah. He is. He is in everything, but he plays a pivotal character in the film.
Okay.
I'll just say that. But, dude, super colorful. They captured really South American culture, hardcore.
Yeah.
I think when I first saw previews for it, I was like, they just did Coco not too long ago.
Right.
And they're coming out with Encanto. I was like, okay, like, is this going to be a very similar film? It is not at all. Two very different films.
Gotcha.
Both very colorful. Music is great.
Right.
I'll just say we're going around singing all the time. And there's a song that if you have seen the movie, it's called Don't Talk About Bruno.
Okay.
Well, Annabelle has gotten big into wanting to play Uno as a family.
Yeah.
So I'm always saying, hey, we don't talk about Uno. All right, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a super dad right there.
Wow.
Yep, super dad joke.
What is wrong with you?
You're welcome.
No.
Anyway, Encanto, it's great, man. It, like I said, I don't know, I feel like it captures kind of what a lot of people within the kind of South American and Hispanic culture, just based on the friends that I have and the conversations I've had with them, I feel like it kind of captures some of that family dynamic that occurs. Because it's got, grandma down into baby cousins and stuff like that live in this house. This house is like part of this village that this whole family that have magical gifts and that they've been able to help the village grow and become fruitful. And
sounds fantastical.
It is. But the main character does not have a gift.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, there's this journey that she goes on. It's just great. I don't want to give away too much. It's worth watching.
Right.
The soundtrack it'll be in your head. Yeah. So it's great. It's awesome. You should go watch it. It's way, way better than Don't Look Up.
Abel, delivery! I gave you the special since you're the only Madrigal kid with no gift. I call it the not special since, you have no gift.
Thanks?
So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
What else you got over there?
Well, I'm going to do a 180. We've been talking about movies. I'm going to talk about TV show.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm freaking jacked to talk about this. Because it was freaking awesome. Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So, Amazon original. The series based on the Lee Child books about the character Jack Reacher.
Okay.
They released the first season of Reacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, has it lived up to the hype?
You know, we've talked about in the past movies that have a certain expectation, or TV shows have a certain expectation, and it's hard to live up to that hype.
Yeah.
This exceeded the hype.
Really?
Yes.
Now,
I know that this exceeded the hype, not just for me, but for other people, because before this was even out of the first weekend, they already greenlit and approved Season 2 and Season 3 of Reacher.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we're going to get a Season 2 and a Season 3.
Well, so I remember when this was first coming out, like the trailers and stuff, and I was like, that's interesting they're doing a TV show. Yeah. I remember there was a movie or two that Tom Cruise, I think, was in.
They had the first Jack Reacher movie, then they had the second Jack Reacher movie that was called Never Go Back. And they're based off books by Lee Child, who is the creator of Jack Reacher, and has, I think it's like 20-something books or something like that. And honestly, he started writing them, I believe, like 2011, 2012 or something. He's already put out that many. I mean,
very prolific.
He's been pumping them out left and right. But there's a good reason for that, because the books are so damn entertaining. Now, the problem that people had with the movies versus the series is when they cast Tom Cruise to play in the movies. Now, let me put it this way. If you had never read Jack Reacher novels ever,
right,
and you just went and saw the movies, pretty good movies.
Yeah.
All right? He plays a badass character. He's a no-nonsense military guy, ex-military guy.
Right.
A very well-established investigator, and just an all-around badass. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can love those movies for that. But if you read the books, it's really hard to buy Tom Cruise in that role, because Tom Cruise is like 4'6" and Jack Reacher's like 6'6".
Oh, okay. So in the books, he's okay.
In the books, Jack Reacher is a monster of a man.
Okay.
And he is described as having hands the size of small, like, game hens.
Okay, that makes more sense now. Because I did think, I was like, that's an interesting choice for casting.
Right.
I don't know who the guy is that plays.
I believe his name is Alan Richardson.
Okay, on the TV
series. on the series Reacher.
Because I remember seeing that, I was like, man, he looks like massive.
He is a massive dude.
To Tom Cruise.
And the reason why that is because Jack Reacher in the novels, he's a massive man. He's a very large man.
Okay.
Once the Jack Reacher movie came out, now I will say this, I have to thank Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher, because that is what turned me on to the books.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I had never read any of Lee Child's books until I saw that film come out. And then when I found out it was based off Lee Child's books,
right,
I was like, okay, let me go back and check out the novels. Just fun, entertaining reads.
Yeah.
And it basically follows Jack Reacher. He's kind of like a nomad type of guy. He lives off the grid, is ex-military. He gets a pension from the government that is all he needs to live on. And he just kind of roams the country and does whatever he wants, goes wherever he wants. And he seems to kind of find himself in situations where he's having to help people or get a situation straightened out, so to speak.
Okay.
The first season of Reacher is based off the very first book in the series, the original Jack Reacher novel, and it's called The Killing Floor.
Okay.
Jack Reacher, he's, like I said, traveling across the country. He remembers a story that his brother had told him about this old blues player in this town called Margrave. It's in Georgia. And so he just catches a Greyhound and goes there. Well, it just so happens the day that he gets there, hours prior to him getting there, a murder had occurred, and he was seen walking in the area where the murder had occurred.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so people think that he's the one to do it. They take him into custody, and then that's where it starts right there. That's the unfolding of the story.
Okay.
And you find out there's all kinds of crazy shit going on in Margrave. It's like it's crazy. But the thing that I love and appreciated was they stuck to the source material so well.
Yeah.
So well. And it just made for a very entertaining show. And Alan Richardson is just incredibly convincing as Jack Reacher. Straight up badass. One-liners, doesn't take any BS off anybody. He doesn't answer to anyone. Like local authorities, like, you need to do this, this, and this. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Like I said, he's just like kind of a hulk of a man, just a big dude. And great fight sequences. He has no problems getting into fights. He welcomes it. Just a great story. Like, they did a really good job over the course of the season unfolding that story. And it's funny, like, if you read the book prior and you're watching it, you're like, oh, they added that, they put that in there, and they have all this little stuff along the way. They changed a couple of things here and there just to help to make it more palatable for the TV show and to add a little more nuance to certain things. But overall, man, really freaking good. Really, really good.
Yeah, it's funny because as you're talking, I was thinking about what they did with Jack Ryan as well. Okay, which is a Tom Clancy character. And then they brought in Without Remorse.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan.
I just listened back to that episode where we talked about that. Yeah.
And it hit me as you were talking about how true they were staying to the story. I was like, Amazon originally, when they first started, they were a bookstore for online, basically. Yep. And so it's just interesting now that a lot of their movies and TV series that they're picking, because they have one for Lord of the Rings. They're doing like a TV series for that. And it's just, I find that very interesting. Well, I don't know if that's actually part of their model and what they were thinking, but
if it's part of their model, then they should stick with it because it works. I mean, we've had so many conversations on the show where when books get adapted to the screen, or like a video game gets adapted to the screen, how far they stray away from the source material, you know, and it's like the person who wrote the book, he already did the legwork, he did the hard part. You just got to make it come to life. That's it. You don't have to put a stamp on it. Just make it come to life. Yeah. If you change something here and there, that's it. That's fine, whatever. But I think it's kind of important if your main character is 6'6", that you shouldn't put Tom Cruise in the role. And I didn't get it at first whenever I first saw them, because I saw the movies first before I read the books.
Yeah, and I
couldn't understand the hour. I was like, he's playing a badass. He's a badass on screen. And then I read the books. I was like, oh,
that's why everybody was upset.
That's why it makes sense. So I highly recommend checking it out.
Okay,
it's very entertaining. Very awesome. I think you'll love it, and I think it will inspire you to go and get books. I have started going back and collecting Jack Reacher novels whenever I go and find one. If I'm at a used bookstore, or if I'm like Walmart has like 4 of them on their shelf right now that you can go and buy them. So anytime I see one that I don't have, I have a list in my phone. I'm like, I don't have that one. Boom, I get it.
Okay.
So that's why I've been collecting books lately.
I do notice we have a few.
Yeah, I got some sitting right over there. Yeah. So anytime I can find them, I get them. They're a great read, and the season, watch it. Just frickin' watch it.
Jack Reacher, parents deceased, retired Army.
Bronze Star, Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
What in God's name is a guy like that doing in Margrave?
What's a guy like that doing in jail? Zip ties?
Cuffs didn't fit him.
7 bodies since you set foot in my town. I was arrested for murder.
Now you want my help?
I want you to do what I say.
No.
All right, Jim. That was a good movie talk. A little TV talk there at the end as well. A lot of fun with that. Time to get to the meat and potatoes of the show, what we do here, Jim. We've talked long enough, Jim. It's time to do what we do here. We are a movie review podcast. It's what we do. We're going to break down a film that I've never seen, that I should have already seen when we last left off on our first episode, Jim. Our very first episode.
Yeah.
I gave you a crap ton of categories.
You did.
And you narrowed it down to 1 category.
I did. Yeah, you gave me 6 categories originally.
Just to be fun, first episode back, season 2, thought, hey, I'm going to overwhelm Jim.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it really didn't overwhelm you at all.
It didn't. Your first one out of the 6 was, you said Denzel. And I mean, it's like, okay.
It's Denzel.
You could have said Kate Hudson. Denzel is my Kate Hudson. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Sorry, that did get a little weird. No.
So you did go with Denzel, though.
I did go with Denzel.
And what were the selections out of that category, sir?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gave me 3 for Denzel. The first one was The Book of Eli, which is a 2010 action-adventure. Had 3 wins, 6 nominations, obviously starring Denzel.
Uh-huh.
Mila Kunis.
Mila.
Or Mila, depending on what
We've
part
had
of
this
the country
discussion
you're from.
before.
Ray Stevenson, Gary Oldman, directed by Albert and Alan Hughes.
Nice.
The next film was Crimson Tide, a 1995 action drama. Had 5 wins, 9 nominations.
Hey, does that have Denzel in it?
It does have Denzel. Also Gene Hackman.
Who?
Viggo Mortensen.
Who?
James Gandolfini.
Who?
Yeah, directed by Tony Scott.
Who? God.
So that was kind of a big deal back in the 90s. I do remember that one. And then John Q, which I think I was like, really? Like, you know. Not because John Q is like a life-changing film, but it's still a good movie. 2002 crime drama.
Yep.
Obviously, it has Denzel. Robert Duvall's in it. Directed by, I never get this guy's last name right, but Nick Cassanetes or something like that.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. 2 wins, 8 nominations. I don't think it had as many awards and nominations and stuff because of probably the content.
Gotcha.
It was a little too on point to make rich people mad. So, so yeah, The Book of Eli, Crimson Tide, John Q, Denzel category. Brian?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Alrighty. There's the box, sir.
Man.
Been a minute since we've done this.
Tried and true, trusty box. Here we go. Oh, you got all papers and stuff over it?
Mm-hmm.
What? What? All right. Okay.
Are you excited?
I am.
Are you upset?
I actually do like this movie. The Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
Never seen it. I've seen some clips online. There's this one clip that always pops up online where he's fighting some dudes under an overpass. I've seen that a couple times. It pops up on my Facebook feed.
Okay.
But other than that, no. I don't know what it's about.
I'm excited to talk about this movie.
Are you?
I'm glad we're watching it. Look, I love Denzel movies.
Of course.
Most everything he's been in, he's
Of course
great. He's phenomenal. Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
All
This
right.
is very dystopian, kind of dark and gritty.
This is right up your alley, actually.
It is. It is. And he's just a badass, man.
Denzel's a badass and everything.
He really is. True life. But yeah, man. So, so here's the deal. What 2010.
Yeah.
Why haven't you seen it?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Just really not one on your radar?
It's just, I really have no idea why I've never watched this film. I just never sat down and watched it. I kind of remember when it came out and thinking that Denzel looked like a badass in the trailers, but yeah, I don't really have a reason for not watching it.
Just kind of one of those.
Another one of those films that just kind of sits off to the side of my brain and never gets addressed.
Okay. And that's fair enough. I feel like it was one when it came out. It was kind of one of those like, oh.
It's one that, like, especially with it being Denzel, like, people always talk about it.
Yeah.
And I just never seen it.
Well, good, man. I'm excited to talk about it at the end. So,
well, cool.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. We are going to go watch The Book of Eli. It's Denzel, baby. We love us some Denzel here on the show. We're going to start season 2 off right.
Yeah.
Covering films that I've never seen that I should have already seen with Denzel. Papa Denzel.
Papa Denzel.
He always knows how to take care of us. Of course, I could have a different opinion than most people, though.
No, you won't.
But we will see, because that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to watch the film, because I've never seen it. Jim loves it. If you guys, for whatever reason, haven't seen The Book of Eli, here's what you're going to do. You hit pause on the podcast right now, all right? You're going to go get you a copy. Pull it off your shelf. Get it off Amazon. Get it off Netflix, wherever it's available. Sit down and watch it. Take you some notes. Eat some popcorn while you're at it. Then come back with us in the back half of the show, and we're going to chit-chat about it. We're going to compare some notes, talk about it, see how I feel about the film, and that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to come back here in a little bit. Spoilers ahead of this film, if you haven't seen it. We're going to be talking about the movie. We're talking about the cast, the action, the adventure, the sorrow, the happiness, all the above. That's what we're going to do on the back half, and we will see you guys here in a little bit.
One day, I heard a voice. It's hard to explain, but it was like it was coming from inside of me. But I could hear it as clear as I can hear you talking to me now.
What did this voice say?
It led me to a place where I found the book, buried under some rubble. The voice told me to carry the book out west. Told me that a path would be laid out for me, that I'd be led to a place where the book was safe. Told me that I'd be protected against anyone or anything that stood in my path. I've been walking ever since.
One of the road crews just pulled into town. They've got something for you.
books. Whole bag of them. Tell them I want to see.
It's not your concern. Stay on the path. It's not your concern.
We don't see too many people from before. Not anymore. Can you read?
Every day.
Good for you. Me too. You know, it's funny. As old as we are, people like you and me, we're the future.
Like he's protected somehow. Like there's nothing that can touch him.
Oh, he's just a fucking man. You put a bullet in him, he'll go down like any other.
The only good thing about no soap is that you can smell hijackers a mile off.
I am impressed.
You're sending guys out who can't even read to look for one book. No wonder they never find anything. Yeah, I use the tools I have at hand.
Do you remember what it was like? I mean, in the world before?
Yeah. People had more than they needed. We had no idea what was precious. We threw away things people kill each other for now.
Really?
Is that thing loaded? I don't think it's loaded.
One way to find out. I know who you are. Murderer of innocent travelers on the road. You are going to be held to account for the things you've done. Do you know that? What do you want with me?
Straight to the point. I like that. You're not just educated. I'm never sorry anyone handled themselves the way you did. I don't know where you learned it, but I sure as hell could use it.
Are you listening to me? I am now. Good. You listening to me?
Yeah.
Good. Put that hand on me again, you won't get it back.
Put a crew together. We're going after him.
For a fucking book.
It's not a fucking book. It's a weapon. A weapon aimed right at the hearts and minds of the weak and the desperate. It will give us control of it. If we want to rule more than one small fucking town, we have to have it.
Cursed be the ground. For our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
And we're back.
Woo!
You know, after watching a post-apocalyptic movie, which was very dark.
Very dark.
We actually had determined, because our little nightlight type thing for writing notes.
Yeah, I gotta get the batteries replaced on it. Yeah, we have a light here in the studio I can have turned on so we can actually write, take notes during the film, and have the lights off, the main light, so it doesn't mess with the TV. And I was like, I better leave it on. And then we get started, and I'm like, is this in black and white? And you're like, no, it's got some different tones to it. And you're like, we should probably turn the light off. And you went and turned it off. As soon as you turn the light off,
yep.
Denzel is walking on frame, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's the little splotches of color.
Yeah,
okay, all right,
enough.
yes,
Yeah.
Definitely have to have lights off for this.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Post-apocalyptic. I don't know if we've ever done a post-apocalyptic movie, have we? In all of our archive, even?
No, we have not.
We have.
It has been a category several times, and
Yeah.
you've been swerved and gone a different route, so to speak.
But I don't think we've ever done anything.
And this movie has actually been
it's been in the categories before.
It's been in categories before, and it's always been overlooked.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about the tone.
Okay.
If they caught it or not. So, post-apocalyptic movies.
Yeah.
What are your expectations?
Honestly, drama. When you think about it, post-apocalyptic, you can do action. Stuff like that's given. I mean, you can do action, fighting, death, whatever, but you're in a stripped-down, barren type of world. So you have to have something that draws your attention to stay focused during the film. And more times than not, aside from the storytelling, which we always beat that drum, it's the drama of whatever your story is. And I think if you have good drama, you can stay focused on the storytelling aspects of the story and not get zoned out by just the overall dullness of a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
Especially in one like this, where basically, from what we can gather from the story, it's just like the sun just burnt everything, just destroyed everything.
So the coloring, we talked about that a little bit, but so do you feel like they did well with capturing that vibe?
Oh, yeah. No, like it's a dull, grays, toned down, nothing bright, except for the actual sun itself. It's just this kind of dreary wasteland. I mean, that's the best word that you can use to describe it. It's just a wasteland where not much survives. You know, it was funny. There's that one scene where Denzel's walking through the town and you hear a baby crying. I'm like, who has a baby in this?
Who has a baby?
I mean, I get, like, everything's so damn drab and, like, sad and depressing. Yeah, I mean, people want to get it on just to make themselves feel better for an instant, but to have a kid, come on.
Yeah, to make that decision.
Yeah, to make that decision to have a kid during this, no. Yeah. No.
Okay, so do you feel like there was drama in this film?
Oh, yeah. The slow burn of the build of the story of what is next. What is this character's task, his goal, his vision? Like, where is he going? His direction? What is this character doing? Specifically talking about Eli.
Yeah.
And then you see all the obstacles that come along the way. Like, there's that one scene where he's on the broken overpass and he's just kind of hunkered down because he sees the couple with pushing the cart, and then the bandits come by and kill the guy and ultimately kill the girl too.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just whispering to himself, stay on your path. Yeah. It doesn't concern you. Stay on your path. It doesn't concern you. So he clearly has a directive in mind of what he wants to do. What is that?
Yeah.
What is keeping him focused on that? And where's the tension going to be that brings him off that path, or try and take him off that path?
Yeah.
So as far as drama goes, yeah, there's plenty of drama here.
I know we've said it before, but we obviously want to say it again, is that there are major spoilers. This is a movie that if you have any intention whatsoever to see, do not listen to this episode until you've watched it.
Yeah, we get...
Spoiler alert.
Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. We'll go ahead and get one of those in there.
Yeah, because that's, this is one of those that the payoff...
Yes.
...is one that it will ruin the movie.
Yes.
if you know it's coming.
I think I will say that I think at some point along my life, from the time that this movie came out till now, I think I had an inkling, and I may have heard before, but clearly had forgotten about. Because even you and I were sitting there watching it, you know, I had talked about it in the first half. I'd seen parts of the film, or I'd seen a scene or whatever, and that was early on in the film, and I was like, this is the scene that I've seen before.
Yeah. And I was glad when you said it, because I got a little nervous when you said that, because I was like,
yeah,
the end of the movie is not going to have the
punch.
The punch.
Yeah,
I can see ruined.
I can see if where it's been ruined, if you've had the ending ruined for you, it would take away the effect of the film.
Yes,
big time.
Yeah,
but I can also say I feel like with the storytelling aspects and the way the story builds and the drama of the story, that even if it was ruined for you, you can still appreciate the direction of the story.
Right.
Because it makes sense. And it brings up so many questions.
Yeah, right? Obviously, this is about Denzel.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about the antagonist.
Of course. Mr. Gary Oldman.
What do you think about him, man?
He's just a freaking good actor, man.
Right? Right?
He's just great at playing everything.
Yeah.
He can play protagonist, antagonist, doesn't matter. He's good at it either way. And he's believable. That's the thing about Gary Oldman. You see him on screen, you don't ever once stop and rethink his performance. Like, you never have to call it into question ever.
Right.
It's so genuine, and it comes across so effortlessly. He's just that character when he's on screen, in whatever character it is.
Yeah, he's just that good.
He's just that damn good.
Yeah. You know, I try to do, you know how I like to do fun facts and stuff.
Right.
I kept looking and looking and looking. And usually, if I'm going to drop a fun fact, I like to kind of cross-reference it with a few places.
Right.
But I could not find anything. But there was a few things on IMDb that was kind of fun facts. So I'm going to drop a few of those, which I think seem feasible. Like, seem truthful, but they don't have any citing. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
100%.
Right,
so I want to say that on the front end. So
I mean,
these might not be facts. Then they might just be fun.
These are fun and factual.
Possibly facts.
Factual, debatable.
Yeah,
factually debatable.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So, but the one I was reading was that apparently Denzel was the one that had suggested Gary Oldman for that role.
Nice.
So
shows a lot of respect there.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And then another one that I thought was interesting. Kristen Stewart turned down the role for Solara.
Thank God.
And the only reason I bring it up is because we, everyone just listened to the Batman last week.
Right.
And the reason why she turned it down is because she was in the middle of filming one of the Twilight movies. So,
well, you know what? Good on you.
Right.
Go
but
do
but I read it, I was like, really?
I don't
I
think
couldn't see her in that role.
No.
The movie
no.
would not have the punch.
It wouldn't have the same impact. We've talked about actors and actresses who have screen presence and an it factor.
Yeah.
That intangible thing that can't be explained. You just have it or you don't. We've talked about it with Dave Bautista. He has it. He has that on-screen presence. Mila Kunis is one of those people that has that as well. She just, when she pops on screen, you're like, yes. And she commands your attention.
Yeah.
And her first big part in this film, she comes in, has the interaction at the bar, goes out, gets the water, comes back. But Denzel's whipping ass left and right. And she just comes in, stop this.
Yeah.
And she has that look like, please, we've had enough of this.
Yeah.
And you buy it. You believe it.
Yeah, she definitely in that scene. There was a lot of.
I think a lot of
the
it.
Face you could see just a lot.
I was
There's almost this innocence of like, what are you doing? Stop. But
right.
then also, but like you said, like we've had enough of this. Why are we doing this?
I think, honestly, and I'm not making a joke here. I think it's her eyes.
Yeah.
She has these big dark eyes that I don't know how to describe it. There's almost like some kind of like magic to it. They're big and they have a body and the presence of themselves. And they command so much. I think whenever you combine that with just the character sensitivity that she has as an actress, it makes you believe her. We talk about Gary Oldman and the believability of him. You believe her in her character and whatever she's embodying. And you see that along the way. You see the different aspects of her character.
So what did you think about Ray Stevenson?
Man, I tell you what, that dude is in everything as well.
Yeah. But he always kind of plays like the henchman, right?
Oh, yeah. He's always got that like henchman vibe. He played an iteration of Punisher. He played a really great role in Dexter. I think it was season 6, 7, something like that. He had Isaac Serco was his name. He was like a Russian gangster or whatever. I don't know. He was pretty badass in it though. He's great. I made a note about him. The scene where they have him basically like the shootout is almost like an Old West shootout.
Yeah.
And he's firing the gun and missing him. And then he like fires the one shot and like kicks off his backpack or whatever. They have this face to face.
Yeah.
And he just lowers his gun. I didn't know what to make of that. Yeah. Like, I didn't know what was the thought process of having him just kind of lower his gun as if like he's just kind of submitting to Eli in that moment. I didn't know how to take that. I didn't know what to make of that.
I don't know. I kind of took it as like, he's seen a lot of bad and a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he knows that his boss is a really bad dude. But I think he also saw that here's a guy that's not like most of the people that he's had to deal with. You know what I mean? So, like, I think there was a respect there for him in that aspect.
That makes sense.
Even from that point, like, he wasn't the one firing the shots and stuff at that point. I mean, the guy literally just mopped the floor,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just one of those, like, I don't know, I think he just had a respect for him.
Okay.
In the sense of like, okay,
I mean, that
this
makes
guy,
sense.
and he's obviously educated. Like, Gary Oldman's character, that interaction and stuff with them, their first real interaction together. I mean, he gets a good read on this guy. Is like, okay,
he's not your typical desert rambler,
right?
He's not your average run of the mill thug guy in this post-apocalyptic world. He is special,
like a force to be reckoned with.
Right?
Yeah. So I think there was probably maybe some of that. I don't know. It was an interesting scene. I will say that because it's kind of like, why did you do that? But then you kind of also get a piece of that when Ray Stevenson's character dies. It's just this moment of like, he obviously knew he was dead, but it was one of those like, he wasn't even fighting to stop Mila's character at that point.
Oh, no, no.
It was just accepting his fate.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my perspective on it, though. I think that there is something there, though. I feel like there's a little more depth to his character.
Well, speaking specifically about his death scene, like you're saying, there's no resistance there. He stops her from starting the car, but it's not because he's stopping her to stop her from going. He stops her so he could get out himself.
Yeah.
And he knows he's dead. He knows he's gone. And at that point, it's, why fight to create more harm? Let me just be at peace.
Yeah.
And so when he drops to his knees out there and the sun is shining on him and he takes the glasses off and, you know, his final moment in the sun, you would like to think that with everything that's happened through the story, throughout the whole entirety of the story, which is basically like an allegory on faith,
yeah,
in that moment, maybe it's his way of asking for forgiveness.
Yeah.
This is his penance. He knows he's dead. He knows he's done bad. Let me take myself out of the situation. Let me have this last bit of peace, and I'll move on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of religious stuff,
There's
obviously.
there's definitely the...
there's a tone throughout the whole entire thing.
There's definitely there. I'm interested to get your feedback on the film, because when I saw this originally, I think I was probably more hot and heavy in the church world. But I had a greater appreciation than a lot of the church people did for it, I think, even. So...
do you think it's because the majority of the church people just saw it as a violent film and couldn't get past the message behind it?
I think it's some of that. I think a lot of that is the case, unfortunately. You know,
Right.
We've talked before about, like, with quote, unquote, Christian films, they like to sanitize everything. Right? Instead of just make a good movie.
Right.
You know, you can have the tones if it plays into the story, which, me personally, I feel like this does. It kind of goes hand in hand with the story.
I think it's fitting. It's fitting the religious aspect of the story. There's so many different things you could talk about on this. End times, they've already experienced it. Now it's this rebirth of the world, you know, and then Gary Oldman's character wanting to get the word of God and use that as a means to have power over people. You see the difference between the two whenever you see Gary Oldman and what he wants to do with the Bible to control. And then you see Malcolm McDowell and what he wants to do with the Bible.
Yeah.
It's just to perpetuate the word and the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's two completely different things.
Yeah.
So you have that, you know, like I said, with the end time stuff, and then the idea of faith, this journey, going on this mystical journey that's a calling. People have a calling all the time to do something. I mean, there's so much you can talk about from a religious aspect that fall in line with this, but it all makes sense with regard to the content of the story.
Right.
It's not over the head.
Right.
You know, you're not getting drilled over the head with it. It's just subtle storytelling that works hand in hand with what is going on.
Yeah, with the subject matter.
Right.
And I think to me, there's this poetic ending with Gary Oldman's girlfriend, wife, whatever. You know, Mila's mom, basically.
Slave.
Yeah.
Let's just
slave,
say he's-
sex slave, basically, right? Just that moment of her realizing that it's all in Braille.
Right.
You know, for me, there's a deeper meaning because I've seen it too often in the church world where people have used the Bible to leverage power and authority over other people. But where I've seen, to kind of have the spiritual conversation a little bit, where I've seen, where I have seen God the most has actually been in the least expected places. And those are the ones I feel like the least expected, or the ones that can't really provide much for you, are the ones that I feel like I've learned the most from. And so for me, they're very much that fine point on the film. But I've seen the movie. You have not. So I really want to get your take on really just all of it, man. Good, bad, ugly. Just give it to me. What do you got?
Well, let me just say right now, I didn't take a lot of notes.
I noticed that.
Yeah, didn't take a lot of notes. And in fact, we've already covered half of my notes. One thing off the jump, I wrote down 300 vibe, just from a cinematography standpoint.
Yeah.
Just the feel, this dark shading, this kind of like just low-key lighting, you know, very minimalistic kind of approach to the cinematography. I got that vibe. And the way things were shot, the way things, like there's a very artistic approach to some of the shot selection. Yeah. There was a tone and a vibe for the film that they wanted, and they stuck to it. I appreciated that because it worked with the environment they were shooting and aiming for. I felt like from a cinematography standpoint, it was just, I mean, there's not so much you can really do with a barren wasteland.
Right.
But they accentuated everything that they needed to, and it worked. It looked great in the regard of it didn't look good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's one of those things maybe it's because I've been playing Last of Us so much lately, where it's not a situation where the earth has been scorched by the sun, but it's a world that's been ravaged by a viral outbreak, and we're years after the fact, and people are starting to try and figure out how to make life work, and everyone's fighting against each other. Maybe it's because I've already been doing that lately and playing that, and I've had that in my mind, so the sensitivity of that is already fresh in my mind, so watching this kind of heightened it.
So you're talking about the video game, not real life right now. Is that what you're saying?
Jim, you just blew my mind.
Everything you're describing, like, wait a minute, you are still talking about The Last of Us, right? Okay.
Talking about the video game. I'm not talking about the last couple years. No, playing The Last of Us, a world that's in a post-apocalyptic style realm, and so much uncertainty and lack of resources, and everyone's just fighting each other to survive or fighting for power. Everyone has this idea of what power is. Everybody has this idea of what control is, and everyone's jockeying for that top spot. Playing that recently and having that in my mind, my receptors are out for that.
Right.
So watching this, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's watch some more of this, you know? So This really resonated with me from a storytelling standpoint. You know, I dug it. You know, because everyone thinks about that. I mean, especially, you know, with the rise of The Walking Dead, us watching that over the last, you know, decade. And everyone's got zombies on the mind and, you know, thinking about what if there was an outbreak, you know, and what would we do? How would we survive? And then we had an outbreak and we just, like, nothing cool happened. Everyone just died and we fought over toilet paper. It's like the worst Hollywood ending ever. You know, outbreak happened, COVID, we're fighting over toilet paper. Guys, get your shit together. Come on. Or don't get your shit together. Or don't. But watching the film, man, it was just, the action was great. Denzel's a freaking badass. And I just loved the story. The story was just phenomenal. I like the idea, and I'm not a religious person at all, but I love the aspect of it, you know, when the flash occurred.
Yeah.
And they're talking about everyone came out of their hiding and everybody's looking for reasons and trying to figure stuff out or whatever. And I imagine it when that happened, that there was a calling that, you know, the gods or religion was the one, you know, responsible. So they're burning the Bibles, burning the word of God and all this stuff. And then, you know, using that as your driving force for the story, you know, this one Bible that exists, you know, and creating this story and this great journey that this one man takes because of his calling that he had for. I mean, again, like I said, I'm not a religious person, but shit, man, this is some good storytelling,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
It's just really good, rich storytelling.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those things where it kind of hooked me early, and I was ready. I was ready to take it in and watch it.
Well, I will say, like, even if you don't have a religious bone in your body or, you know, in tune with any spirituality of any kind, I think that just from a historical standpoint, I mean, the Bible, which is the book, right?
Right.
Of Eli or whatever, but it's a work of art in and of itself as far as literature goes, right?
Right.
And so, I mean, just even knowing that, and I mean, you kind of get that even at the end where it's, you know, it's being tucked right between the Quran and the Torah and all of this, you know, just, hey, this is how we rebuild our world, you know, learning to...
Different viewpoints, different outlooks, different ways of thinking. Yeah.
And learning to live together with those different ways of thinking.
Exactly.
And so you kind of get that vibe that, you, like, I think there's a point where Eli says, you know...
After the war, people made it their business to find and destroy any that the fires didn't get already. Some people said this was the reason for the war in the first place. Anyway, it's the only one that survived.
Obviously, there's a lot of nuggets, a lot of things that we could talk about and tease out. But my role on the back half is to kind of help lead and direct the flow of conversation. But at the same point, I also want to hone in more on your feeling, your vibe from it. Because it is a movie that once you've seen it once, you know the punchline.
Yeah.
Being able to interact with someone who hasn't seen it.
Right.
So I want to know a few things. One, what'd you think of the fight scenes?
Oh, outstanding. Great choreography. Denzel's badass. Legit. Just, you know, it's like, oh, it's like the precursor to Equalizer.
Right. So another important question is, in a post-apocalyptic setting, what would be your weapon of choice?
Bow and arrow.
Why do you think?
That's what I use on Last of Us, and I'm really good at it. You got to think, all right, think of it from this standpoint. post-apocalyptic in the future. You know, they even said in that one scene, he's like, is that thing even loaded? I bet it ain't. It never is.
Yeah.
Ammunition's going to be scarce.
Yeah.
So what's something that you can use that you could practically make out of anything? A bow and arrow.
Yeah.
You can scrounge up enough supplies to make a bow and arrow.
Right.
Not too many people are going to be able to scrounge up artillery for a long-range rifle or a shotgun, you know? A bow and arrow, if you find yourself in a post-apocalyptic world and you have a bow and arrow and you practice enough, you can get proficient enough to hunt with it, to protect yourself, defend yourself. There's so much you can do with it. So, yeah, I'd definitely go bow and arrow.
Yeah. It's also silent, so you're not drawing attention.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can be very stealthy with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
You hide yourself well and you're a good enough shot, you can take something out without anyone even knowing where you're at.
Yeah, like a cat.
Could have used that bow and arrow in Alien.
Here we go again.
Could have taken out Jonesy.
That was Jonesy, man, at the beginning.
After the Flash lost all the hair. Stupid cat.
So what do you think about the humor, man? There's some humor in there.
A little bit of humor here and there. Yeah. Kiss him. it's like, what did you just say? He's in shock. I think you meant kill him.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, there's that, and then was it George and Martha? I think it is.
Oh God,
the cannibal people. Or
yeah, that was just. It was a driver for the story to have this big shootout more or less.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah,
just part of the story.
All right, man. Is there any knocks that you had on it?
Like, there's really no knocks on it. My only question is, like, I wrote down, is Denzel Jesus? The scene where, like, they have the shootout in the street, they're just missing him, and the one banks off of him, and it's like, I know the reason why, like, he's walking away and he has his back to them. It says because he has this faith that he will be protected on his journey. And so in his head, he's thinking, I have the skills necessary. I have the heavenly presence around me to protect me. But, like, I don't know. It's just, there was something about that scene. It doesn't put me off from the scene. It's not a knock. I'm just curious more than anything. It's like, there was something very holy about him in that scene. Like, he can't be touched. Like, I think one of the guys even, like, alluded to it, is like, there's something about him. Like, it's like he's protected. He can't be touched or something like that. And Gary Oldman's like, oh, you put a bullet in him, he'll drop like any other person,
Right.
And you see that later.
Right.
But it still didn't drop him, though, if you think about it, because he still got up and still made the trek, was going.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not a knock. It's just more of a curiosity of, like, what they were going for. It's like, was he touched by God kind of thing? Like, this kind of immunity to all the negative in the world, like a spiritual immunity kind of thing. But obviously we see that that's not the case. That guy was just a terrible shot. So,
well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that there's a big parallel there, even just with the idea of faith, right? Like, there's a lot of people that would say that a person like Denzel's character, like Eli, in today's world, let's say, they go through a situation and they say, well, it's my faith. It's because of my faith.
Right.
And others might say, well, no, it's because they were a bad shot.
Right. Well,
and
I mean,
who's right, who's wrong?
When you put it in those terms, I mean, that's an ongoing debate now.
Yeah.
And so it's just a different way of presenting that argument.
Yeah.
Was he spiritually touched, or was the guy a bad shot?
Yeah. Or was it both?
Or was it a little bit of both?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. You put it in those terms, it really makes the scene even more smart.
Right? Like, it's one of those.
No, it really does.
And like, even the point where he does get shot, you see it on his face. I mean, it's Denzel. It's freaking Denzel, man. He's a great actor. I mean, that's why we're doing a movie about him. We're reviewing a movie. Even in that scene.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see the confusion.
Yeah, it's like, how? How is this possible?
Of like, how is this possible? Like,
he drops to a knee, and he stands back up, like, everything's okay. And
he pulls that pocket knife out.
Yeah. And then everybody's just kind of looking at him, and then he drops back down again. And it's like, no, you are fallible. You can be brought down.
Yeah.
You are not protected by this thing above. But even then, that right there is even another deep dive into the religious aspect of, I will not lose my faith. Because he still gets up, he still pushes forward, he still continues his calling.
Yeah. There's that determination there. So.
There's a lot to this, man.
Yeah. There are layers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Critics have a interesting, we'll get to that here in a minute, but But there really is a lot of layers.
Oh, no, I definitely agree. And, it's one of those things like the more we talk about it, the more I see stuff that I didn't pick up on before. So, the layering of it, I would imagine for someone like me, someone like you're picking up on a lot of this stuff already because you're already in tune to the religious aspect of it. Yeah. Someone like me who is not religious, I'm having to talk it through and figure it out as I go. Yeah. Had I been more religious in my life, I would imagine that there would be a shit ton of stuff in here that is just popping up left and right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, watching it, even the first time, all the antennas are going on.
Of course, yeah.
That's one thing I will say that I appreciate about Denzel is that he's not afraid to play in that sandbox with faith and with spiritual stuff. I mean, heck, we saw that with Malcolm X, right?
Right, yeah.
But he's not afraid to play in there. Just make it so damn cool,
Yeah. Right.
Really. I mean...
well, that's just a testament to how great he is.
Right? Yeah.
Like, seriously, just how outstandingly wonderful he is as an actor. How much he is able to immerse himself into content like this and bring out so much thought-provoking stuff.
Yeah.
On the surface, Book of Eli, you see the clips, you see the fight scenes and stuff. It's a badass movie, but there's more to it than that. There's way more to it than that.
There's a depth there.
Depth. I think that's probably the good way to describe it is depth.
Yeah.
It's way more depth than what you're given from the trailer.
Yeah. So, question.
Yes, sir.
Was he blind?
I knew it was going to come up. I think I have heard in the past this be the big debate about this film. This is the big debate. I'm going to say no, that he was not blind. But I do love how they shot it in a way and did little things along the way to make you feel like there's a possibility that he is blind. But I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's blind. I mean, there's obviously a backstory to this character that we don't know. Like, we don't know where he learned his fighting skills and, how to be proficient like that. If he's not blind, how did he learn to read Braille? Or did he not read Braille and he just had the Bible memorized anyway? So right. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know anything about his backstory. We can assume that he can read Braille. Possibly, maybe he had a family member or somebody in his past that was blind and he learned it himself too to help.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was an instructor. Maybe he was a professor and maybe a teacher or something. I don't know. We don't know. But as far as being blind, my gut says no. But there are a lot of little things along the way to make you wonder if he was or not.
Well, I will say watching it again for like the second time around, because now. So watching it, you kind of are looking for it. And then there are a lot of little hints here or there. There was a scene that I caught this time around that kind of makes me think maybe he was partially blind to where he could still see a little bit, but like that he was maybe partially blind because he, in his interaction with Mila's mom, that's what I'm gonna say, he basically had asked about, was it before or after, and like it kind of hinted that there might be the opportunity for being partially blinded.
Okay.
By the flash or whatever.
Right.
But then also the scene where he kind of steps back into the shadows.
Yeah.
That first big fight scene. He kind of goes back into the dark.
Yeah.
And so, he can obviously tell where there's light and stuff. So that's where for me, I'm like, okay, maybe. Because I think the first time I saw it, I was like, what? He was fucking blind this whole time?
Well, I would say the scene where he backs into the light, I mean, I would imagine he could tell the difference just from the heat from the sun. Obviously, the temperature is going to drop a little bit when you're in the shade. So, I mean, I imagine he could feel that. Now, why he stepped back into the shadow, I don't know. I don't know why he did that. It looked cool.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, no, but just my thought is that maybe he could only see like silhouettes or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's definitely one of those that it makes you think.
I almost wonder if it's either like a partially blind or like a nearsightedness or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you would see like early on, like especially when he was like in an abandoned building or whatever at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like where he's walking, he like kicks a stool, when he's like leaning to check something before he finds the guy hanging in the thing.
Yeah.
Not stumble, but just like he would bump into something, and so it's like maybe like there's like a nearsightedness thing going on there where, he has issues up close or something like that. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a fun debate. It is a really fun debate because you can point at examples for both sides of the argument.
Right. Which there again is just another level for faith and religion, right?
Yeah, right. Well, it makes you wonder, like, he's firing off these one shots at people on roofs, you know?
Yeah.
And he's nailing them, you know, headshots. It's like, okay, he's not blind.
Right.
But then he's stumbling over a stool or something, you know? It's like, okay, well, what's going on here? So that's why I think, like, maybe a partial blindness, maybe nearsightedness. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's kind of that Inception debate a little bit, right? Where
Don't get me started on that.
Leaves it open.
Look, I already did my one final thought on it. I'm not talking about it anymore. DoWhatPod.com.
You should do a one final thought on the Book of Eli after you.
I gotta let it process for a little while.
Marinate for a little bit. That'd be interesting. So, but yeah. Did you have any other thoughts or commentary or anything on it?
No, sir. I got. We covered all the notes that I had, man. Like I said, I didn't take very many notes. It's a very thought-provoking film, I would say.
Yeah.
There was a lot more to this story and the film than I anticipated there being. Let's say that.
All right. Well, let's hear your ranking.
Are you wanting some answers? Jim Miller? You beautiful man, you?
I just want the truth, Brian.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, sir, you can't handle the truth.
It's probably true.
All right. You know what, man? It really is not a debate at all. It really isn't.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know?
This is a very, 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 very good movie. Surprisingly good in the fact that there's so much to it. I knew it was going to be good because it's Denzel.
Right.
I mean, come on. Denzel, Gary Oldman, Mila Kunis, you had me, okay?
Yeah, right.
You know, you asked me if there was any knocks. I think maybe if there was a knock, maybe the ending, but not really. It's a new chapter kind of thing. Like, I mean, think of it like in terms of the Bible. It's a new story.
Yeah.
It's, you know, we turn the page on Eli's story. Now let's go to Solara's story.
Yeah.
You know, that's the next chapter. That's the next iteration of what the story is. And so, but I'm worried for her because it's a dangerous place out there, Jim.
Yeah, right.
No, it's a 5. It's a Big Lebowski, top on our scale. Really, really good. Very, very, very minimal complaints about anything. The music was great. The cinematography was outstanding. The acting, all the different characters were phenomenal. Just a dark, gritty world. I think they captured exactly what they were wanting. So many layers to the storytelling. I mean, what more could you want, man? I mean, seriously, what more could you really want out of a movie?
Yeah.
That's my ranking, man.
Awesome. Well, I like that.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
I bet you do. You were excited about this one.
I was.
Yep. So obviously 5, no movie suggestions. Watch Book of Eli. It's one that we highly suggest that you check out for sure.
Yeah. And sorry for ruining it since we already gave you the spoiler.
Hey, we put the thing on there.
We warned you.
We warned you.
Just go back and watch it again.
Yeah, watch it again. Come on. There's layers to it.
There is layers.
There are very many layers.
All right, man. Well, we've heard your ranking.
Yeah.
You ready to roll up your sleeves and take on the world?
Oh, this should be good.
Brian takes on the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. May God have mercy on your soul.
You're all gonna die!
IMDb, easy for me to say.
What a douche.
2 thumbs up.
I got a bad feeling about this one. I don't know if it's going to be 2 thumbs up or not. I don't know.
Oh, boy. All right.
What we got?
Here we go. So, 1001 movies
you must see
before you die. This is not in that.
Really?
Really.
Look, all right.
I didn't look.
I think we need to get a different book.
We just need to write our own.
We need to get the 1005 movies you should see before you die, because apparently we've added a couple. Book of Eli, First Blood. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
We have added. We just need to be contributing authors.
Right.
That's what we need to do. I'll get on that. So
I like it.
IMDb.
Okay.
Gave it a 6.8 out of 10.
Low.
Metascore.
Oh, God.
Gave it a 53.
Fuck off. Look. What? I don't even know what to say to that. That's so stupid.
Well, let's just keep going then. The tomato meter. These are the experts, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
47%.
Oh, shit. I'm going to need a minute.
I know.
What was that again?
47%. And the audience gave it 64%.
Fuck off. What? Touch too much of a religious nerve with you people? Is that what it is, huh? You're too self-conscious about your own shit? You can't handle a little religion overlay in a film? Seriously? What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, so, what? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, look, I know you're religiously in tune with this, okay? Like, your sensors were going off way more than mine were, but mine were going off for sure, okay? Yeah. What about the film detracts from the movie? Let's talk technical here. You can't sit here and score this movie low on cinematography because you did the same goddamn thing with 300. Right. So don't give me that shit. Everyone talks so highly of that film.
Right.
From a cinematography standpoint, I see no difference between the two. They both captured the essence of what they were trying to capture.
Yeah.
Your acting was great. Your story is solid as hell.
Action was good.
Action is great. What is there to bag about the film that would lower it down to a 50%, a 40 whatever percent?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. So Ebert.
Oh God. I don't even, you know, hold on. Let me get this non-sponsored drink from Coca-Cola. All right, go ahead. Lay it on me.
Okay. So Ebert gave it 3 stars.
Oh, okay.
He didn't bag on it.
Really?
Yeah, he really didn't bag on it. And I'll just kind of read the end. Like, he starts out left kind of speechless, like, is what he says, you know.
Oh, really?
He said, you know, it hits all the markers, and then it ends with kind of the WTF moment, and, like, stuff like that, because there's a couple of those at the end, right?
Right, yeah.
And then I kind of pulled this just because I know that you'll like the reference here. But near the end, basically what he says is the third act is recycled, but done well out of many westerns in which the hero and the girl hole up and are surrounded. So many other movies are referenced that we almost miss it when their hideout house is perforated by bullets in L.A. Confidential style that allows countless beams of sunlight to shine in and function as a metaphor. Which I didn't even catch that, actually, until just reading that. Nice observation, Ebert.
We'll throw you a bone on that one.
Right. He goes on to say the Hughes brothers have a vivid way with imagery here, as in their earlier films such as Menace to Society and the underrated From Hell. The film looks and feels good, and Washington's performance is the more uncanny the more we think back over it. You know, it's one of those that has to marinate a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He says the ending is flawed, and he puts this in quotes. Okay, so he's not saying it's flawed. He's saying it's flawed, in quotes, as we critics like to say, but it's so magnificently, shamelessly, and plausibly flawed that A, it breaks apart from the movie and has a life of its own, or B, at least avoids being predictable. Now do yourself a favor and don't talk to anybody about the film if you plan to see it.
Now, Jim, this may be like one of 2 times that I fully agree with what Ebert said.
You know, we're trying harder here.
We are definitely trying harder. We're trying harder on season 2 to not hate Ebert so much. Hey, you know what? I got to give it to him, man. He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, third act, the shootout thing, yes. A tried and true Western kind of tale, where they're holed up and there's no way out. But then coming out on the back half of that, or on the back side of that, it plays into the rest of the story. I mean, from his perspective, because he's a quote-unquote critic, flawed in the regard of how critics would look at it.
Yeah.
If he wants to view it that way because he is a quote-unquote critic, that's one way to look at it. I personally don't see it as flawed because as a movie goer and someone who consumes movies, you're looking for something fresh, different, new, exciting. And you can't sit there and talk about the level of plausibility when you're talking about post-apocalyptic.
Right.
None of us know what that looks like.
Right.
So it creates this world of creativity where you can do whatever the hell you want.
And I really do think that he's referencing the implications that Eli was blind.
Right, yeah.
But like we were just talked about, like,
It's a debate.
It's a debate. It could be debatable.
Yeah, it's a debate.
One thing that he did say, like within that didn't really hit me until now even, is the reference of the Western. Really, the Book of Eli could be a Western.
I can see that.
Set in post-apocalyptic
no, definitely.
times,
I mean,
right?
it's got...
A small town, you ride in, like you go over to the saloon, like, you know, there's all these things. It's like...
The quote-unquote shootout.
Shootout in the street.
Yeah.
All of that. It's like, oh, holy shit. Yeah. Like, I can see that now.
Yeah. Like I said, this is like one of maybe 2 times where I feel like Ebert's really spot on.
Yeah.
I still think for his scale it's low since he has been known to do half stars.
Right.
I think this would warrant a 3.5 stars on his scale because of the fact that it was so unpredictable with the way they round out the story.
Yeah.
I think that's enough to give it that extra oomph on his scale. But I dig it. I like it. Everyone else can go to hell. Ebert, you're safe this week, buddy.
Right. We know that there's some of you groaning and some of you are cheering right now.
Yeah, they were waiting for the
like, man, we were hoping
they were waiting for the full wave of my rage. They got a little bit of it. They got a little taste of it.
Hey, we've got a whole season. So
just strap yourself in, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Maybe it'll be a slow simmer.
I'm sure we're gonna piss some people off.
It's gonna be a slow burn this year.
All right, man. Well, we are coming to the end of the show here. I've taken on the world, and I've ruled once again. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. Really appreciate that. And we got to get ready for our next episode.
Yeah.
And the way we do that is I got to give Jim some more categories, buddy.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
New categories. I'm going to give Jim 3 categories. He's going to narrow it down to 1. And then out of that category, we will have 3 movie selections. One of which, Jim, is one that I have for sure not seen. And we will cover it on next week's episode. Are you ready for your new category, sir?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right, here we go. First up, John Hughes films.
Ooh.
These are films written by the late, great John Hughes. Second category, Kyle Mayo's favorite. That's never been picked. Classics. Probably keep the streak going today. And your last one, comedy. Tried and true here on the Dude What Movie Review podcast. We love us some comedy on here. All right. John Hughes, classics or comedy, make your selection, sir.
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I really, really want to do John Hughes, but I think I'm going to choose classics.
Gave in to peer pressure like a chump. I love it. All right. We're going with classics.
Here's the thing. Since we're doing this.
Yeah.
Kyle Mayo, you better be writing in soon.
You better be.
Or at least give me your schedule so we can do what we've been planning, all right?
Mm-hmm. This is all on you, Kyle.
And I'll know that you've listened by when you respond. Don't make it back in like August or September.
This will be a nice little barometer. Hey, I finally listened to that episode.
You have lost your title of superfan, sir.
Love it.
All right, classics.
You went with classics. Here we go. Here are the selections from the classics category. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
First up, Gone with the Wind. Are you making wind, or are you like...
I'm breathing. For multiple reasons on that one.
Second, Psycho.
What?
And your last one, The Wizard of Oz.
I'm sorry. Did you just say The Wizard of Oz? Did you just say that?
Yeah. Let me go over those. Let me go over this one more time. From the classics category. Jen, you chose this. You chose this. This is on you. First up, Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
Psycho or Wizard of Oz. One of which we will cover on next week's episode of the Dude What Movie Review Podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week. We really appreciate it. Sorry again for having the episode bumped up. Our schedules are wonky and weird. We have families that are crazy.
That are wonky and weird.
And require us to do stuff we don't want to do. But hey, we are family men.
That's right.
And we don't want to be, I mean, what? Life gets in the way. That's one of our mantras here, and we're trying harder. So when life gets in the way, we're going to try harder. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. We really appreciate that. As always, you guys can find everything that is Dude What related at dudewhatpod.com. Check out our archive on there. Check out the blogs on there. Trying harder, Jim. I'm starting to percolate some ideas for some one final thoughts. I have 2 in mind that I know for sure that I want to do. Okay. It's just a matter of actually putting pen to paper and getting them written. We want you guys to follow us if you're not already doing so. But if you are doing so, thank you. Appreciate that. Yes. Go ahead and get 4, 5, 20 of your friends to follow us as well. Just subscribe, follow us on all your podcast outlets, and then leave a review, 5-star review. That would be great if you guys could leave a 5-star review. And of course, if you guys want to interact with us, it's real simple. You can drop an email. It's heyyouguys@dudewhatpod.com, or you can get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any one of those. Search for @dudewhatpod or Dude What Podcast. Real simple. Drop us some lines on there and just say, hey man, what's going on? And we'll respond back to you guys. Yeah. If you drop us an email, we'll read it on air.
We will.
That'll be a lot of fun.
That will be fun.
Looking for some emails, especially after this category selection here, Kyle Mayo. We're gunning for you, buddy. Also on Facebook, we have a little thing called All Access. All Access. It's a super secret ninja group that we have. We're going to try and get some more activity going on with that. We put a couple posts in there the other day, I believe, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're going to try and get that kicked back up and going again, do some fun stuff on there, maybe have some stuff going on later in the summer, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yep. We've been talking about stuff for a long time. But we're going to try harder this year to get some cool stuff going on. I've got the garage cleaning out. I'm in the process of that. And maybe the pool table will be open and we can have some of you guys over or something that are in All Access.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
All Access party.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the show. We really, really, really appreciate it. Jim, I don't think I have anything else. You good?
I'm good, man.
I'm good too, man. We're going to go ahead and bounce on out of here. We will see you guys in the next episode where we're going to cover classics, man. It'll be a lot of fun. We will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
I don't know how people do cannibalism. I don't know. I don't know that I could find myself in a situation where I'd be like, yeah, that bicep looks pretty good.
Like, or the idea of eating a person would be
just killing someone and then eating them. Maybe it's a double standard, Maybe that's what it is. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking like I could do a cow, no problem. A deer, no problem. My neighbor, no.
Yeah, right. I don't know what meth meat would taste like.
Ugh. Meth meat. Ugh. They say when you boil it, it kills off the bacteria. You just can't let it hit the floor.
I hope your neighbor doesn't listen to our show, but
God, I care.
Cannibalism is a reason why everyone should consider losing weight.
No. Gain weight.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Fattier? Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, that's more to go around, so that'd be the first one to go, right?
No, but it's mostly fat. Nobody's going to eat that. Nobody's going to want to work through all that fat.
You're hungry. I don't know.
Why are we talking about this? Why is this a thing?
I don't know why.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know why you went down that road.
It's horrible. You're a horrible person.